I am just going to start recording. I don't even know where to start this video. It's just... Well, Legacy of the Sith, guys. 7.0. It's a hot mess. I don't even know where to start. I think like many other players, kind of shocked on how incredibly short it was and buggy. So I'm just gonna have a honest review here. So you guys, like, even while I'm in the influencer program, I'm just gonna be very honest about it with my own personal opinion. I don't even know where to start. Honestly, I don't even know where to start, and this is just gonna be a null bullshit honest review because I don't want to call this an expansion. I'm just gonna be very honest. So I will start off with this video talking about the size of the expansion, the gameplay, and the story, and of course also my personal opinion about it. So first of all, guys, it's a story-driven Star Wars game. It's an MMO. The story is their biggest selling point, and they gave us each faction about 45 minutes worth of cutscenes. In the story of the whole expansion. 45 minutes. I leveled up from level 75 to 80 in about an hour 15 minutes, of which I spent like at least 15 minutes on social media warning everyone not to open up a certain crate, which we'll get to in a second, because it was very bugged. I was like, holy crap. But guys, okay. Before going into any further, I want to say that don't go pitchfork the dev team. They have been working very hard on this expansion. They have poured their souls, their love, everything that they have in the game. So don't go after them. Even though, well, they ignored, from what I can see, like 90% of the PTS feedback, don't go after them because they did do their best. But I'm gonna give my very honest opinion as a player myself, not as an influencer content creator, but my own very personal opinion about this. I'm not happy. I'm joining like the 70-80% of the majority of the players, and I got myself some notes here because I had to write it down. No way I could have memorized this all, what I'm gonna mention in this video, because I have so many thoughts and opinions about it. I've been speaking about it in my Discord, and it's just... I'm underwhelmed by this whole expansion, and I'm just gonna call it a patch update, because the Echoes of Oblivion was even longer, cutscenes-wise, than this. So, of course, you get what you pay for. It's free for subscribers. I just didn't expect to level up almost 2 levels by just stealthing through 10 minutes of NPCs on this first planet. Turning in a mission and leveling up 2 missions. And at first I thought, hey, this is a bug. This must be a bug. No way I'm leveling up this fast. Just turning in a mission, 2 levels. Okay. I went further into the story. And even though I tried to progress through the story, there were a lot of bugs. Like, I had to go out of the instance, do my stronghold, and back to get teleported to the right instance because I was stuck in a room. And I even started off, like, you had to go to this console, click on the console, and I phantom strike right into the chair. And I sat there, and I was like, okay, I am stuck. Stuck. I remained in this chair, and I was like... Is the stuck not working? But it teleported me back right into this chair. And I was like, I'm stuck here. And I opened up Gen Chat and everyone had the same issue. And I was like, oh man. This was my very first bug. And I was like, okay, if this is the only bug, this is fine. It was not the first bug. It turned out, and I don't even know how correct it is, but people are joking on the internet about it. The bug list is bigger than the features and updates that they are in this update. I do have to say, bugs are there to be fixed. Like, it's fixed with Manan. Like, we didn't get to test it on the PTS. Of course I expect there to be bugs. But, in the Flashpoint, like the things that we got to test on the PTS. And we screamed at the developers, like, guys, this is a bug, this is a bug, this is a bug. This is groundbreaking. Like, I spent like 40-50 minutes trying to defeat the end boss of the Ilum Flashpoint. I just kept getting pulled to death every single freaking time. Like, this is story breaking. Like, I eventually, there's this rock in this encounter area, and I was hiding behind this rock, throwing up heroic mode, like, please don't kill me. He was like zooming all around the room, and I was like, oh man. It took me like 10 minutes to kill this boss, and I was like, there's like 50-50, like half the players didn't got the bug. I don't know if it did got the bug. And I was like, oh man, this expansion is so short, it's full of bugs. Like, it's like there's so many bugs. But the thing is, the bugs are there to be made, to be fixed. I expect them to be fixed. Like, I'm looking at Dev Tracker a lot, and I can see that they took down, as of recording this video already 2 times, within a 24-hour span after the expansion went live. Just trying to fix the bugs. And that's a really good thing, that they are trying to fix the bugs. So bugs are there to be fixed. What isn't there to be fixed is the story size. Like, as I mentioned, like I finished the whole expansion, excluding this massive boss fight, in like 2 hours. It was shorter than any other previous expansion. And while they've announced 2022 is going to be the year of Legacy of the Sith, it's going to be an anniversary thing, I don't want to compare it to other MMOs. But if another MMO launches an expansion, like, I got snacks. I still got my snacks here. I got everything next to me still. Like, I was ready for this. And I compare it as you go to the cinema, you see this very awesome trailer, which I'm mind blown about. It's amazing. But you watch this trailer, you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch this movie. I'm gonna play this game. And you just sit down, and the moment where you expect the opening scene like to start, like you get the intro, you're like, okay, this is cool, we're getting there, it's all building up. This is the story. Like, for example, with the trailer, you saw this woman, like, you saw her, and like, same thing with Scofty and Coded, with like the brothers, Arkan and Texan, like, you saw them, and you expect a massive expansion all about them. I won't get into spoilers, but this whole expansion patch, I don't want to even call it an expansion, to be honest, myself, but it was all leading up. Like, it felt personally to a massive clickbait. If you're watching the trailer right now, I think there is going to be more content about it in the summer. Like, if we're gonna look back at the previous expansion and how they update the patches, it's gonna take at least a few months until 7.0 or 7.1. And then 7.2. Like, I think it's gonna be at least 3 to 4 months from now before we get any other story content patch. And how long is that gonna be? I'm concerned. I'm really concerned. I don't want to sound negative. Like, I'm usually not a negative person. But I'm honestly concerned about story content. But that is just a story, guys. Let's talk about... Yeah, let's talk about reinventing the wheel. Well, there's already a wheel. Let's talk about UI. I currently have my social media. I did put a poll out asking what you guys thought about the changes. And I'm with you guys. I'm with so many of you that those UI changes, and like, for example, with also like the hairstyles, when it was on the PTS, I was praying, I was hoping it was not finished. It's a finished product. Inventory changes, like the whole UI, like, it's very bright to your eyes. It just hurts your eyes. Like, I don't personally just want to look at it. If I go to a store or like a little shop thing and I just buy a few things, I bought some decorations from the anniversary yesterday, and every time when I bought it, my screen froze for a millisecond because it was transferring into the inventory of mine, and it was like, it was so buggy as well as there. Currencies, bugs, so many things bugs, laggy. I saw a bug for myself on the BTS when opening your map and you saw your own character. I reported that on the BTS in November. Guess what made it to the live servers? And there's so many things, like, those are changes that everyone, almost everyone was against it on the public test servers. Like, okay, change is good. I like the skill tree, for example. Even while they trimmed some abilities, I can agree on the choices and with the trimming. I can live with it now. You have to try it out a little bit, but I can live it. It's decent. If you get used to it, it's doable. I like the combat styles. I like the whole making your character with the combat styles when you make a new character. I like those things. But anything else of the UI, like for example, your currencies, you have to scroll out this very long list. Again, many bugs, mounts. Like there's so many things that I made a joke about in my Discord, and I'm just gonna say it out loud. It feels like they built out a public test server from November. They already had a 2-month delay for this expansion. They built it right into the live thing, and we are right now all testing the PTS. It's not the case, but that's how it feels personally to me. And I even made a video about like PTS concerns. Like, hey guys, not do those things. I have some legit concerns about it. And they did listen, from what I can see. For example, with the conquest gearing, and you get gear when you do conquest, and they listened to that. But it feels like 70 to 80% of other players' feedback is just completely ignored. And whether it's just doing me understaffed, working from home, or not getting an order date because they were just simply not ready and they had to release the expansion right now. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just, I don't want to rant, guys. First of all, let's be clear, I don't want to rant. I'm very passionate about the game. I really love this game. Like, otherwise I would not have been making this video and all the other videos about the game. But it's just, I'm a player just as you, and I'm just as concerned as you. Like, if this would have happened to any other game, like, for example, if this would have happened to Final Fantasy, Yoshi B, he cried when he had to delay their expansion for 2 weeks. If this would have happened to Final Fantasy, I think he would have been on his knees asking us for forgiveness. It's a hot mess. It's really a hot mess, and I think many things will be fixed. They're working on it. The story content, I'm hoping for better content and that we're not having to wait until, like, for 7.1, they told us we're gonna get a Manan daily area, weapons and outfitter, and, like, the new operation. I hope we're gonna get some story in that. At least some, further story, and not just a story of, 5 to 10 minutes of cutscene. I'm hoping we're gonna get a proper story there. Because this has been underwhelming. But there are things that I do love, like the whole area on the first planet. Like, I don't want to go into spoilers with this, but I love, this is also a thing that I found really bad, but I really loved going out of bounds. I made a video about it. I really wish there was more exploring to be happening aside of just a flashpoint and mostly instant stuff on Manan. But there are some very pretty areas. There's a very good music. The story writing on Leon, I loved it. I need more of it. I really wish there was more of it. Like, we got hyped up with this trailer and... Come on, guys. Just not with the movie. We need more. Like, don't leave us hanging here. Like, it's so short, but the story writing, the design, the everything, I love it. I love this game. And just as many. I wish there was so much more, and that's, yeah. I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't know. And I'm just making a review video because I've been asked so many questions on this. Like, hey, what do you think of it? What do you think? And I already made a few tweets about it. Okay, but I should do a video just talking about my very personal opinion. And yeah. I don't know. I'm honestly speechless. Like, if I had to give it, like, a rating from 1 is the lowest to 5 is the best, I'm gonna give it... Story-wise, I'm gonna give it 3.5 star. Like, 4? I don't even know. Like, the story was good. I just couldn't get into the first story on Manan. Like, I'm just gonna be very honest about it. I just sat there and I was like, just give me to Malgus already. Give me to Mandalorians, give me to Malgus, like, come on. I just couldn't get into the story part. It was very beautiful, the areas. I just couldn't get into the story really much. And gameplay wise, like, the UI, like, there are things that I love, but it's just not really properly working. It is just not working. Concerts we had, things that were not listened to, things still broken, buggy, laggy. It just hurts the eyes. I'm just gonna be very honest, I like the old one. And I wish there was a toggle that you can go to your old user interface and just switch between, like, new user face, old interface. So if people want to go back to the old one, that they can get given a choice for that. Like, I would love that, because I'm just gonna give it 2 stars right now. And I wish I could have given it a bit bigger, like more stars. Like, I was playing on the PTS like many, and I was like, there are some good changes. And there is much potential for it. But even a 2 months delay was not enough. And I'm not blaming anyone of the dev team or anyone working on it, because I know they work really hard. But it's just not good. It's just really not good. Aside from the trailer was amazing. The trailer was absolutely amazing, but it's underwhelming. And that's just gonna be my review. Like, take it how you want it. Like, you get what you pay for. If you've not played for a really long time and you're just jumping back into the game and you have like massive updates to get through, like the story, go play it. But if you are a long player like me and you've been playing this game for... Like, I've been playing this game for about like 10 years, like with some small breaks. Was this worth the wait? Like, since the very last update of Dantooine? Like, that was like in the summer. We've been waiting 3/4 year for this. 45 minutes each side. Story-wise, like, it's one thing of the MMOs. Like, it's a story-driven game. It's an MMO. What I love about MMOs is the exploring and the stories that you get through the exploring. Like, even the Onslaught wasn't big. It was twice the size of what we got right now. And you had to go and explore the whole area on Onderon, and like the things that throw back to the old Sith Lords, and like even the small things. Like, they're the small things. It's made it more enjoyable, but it just feels so railroaded. You go to an instance and you just follow it, and it's even half broke. But even if we keep away the bug part, it's still very linear, if you get what I mean. Like, you can be finished if you spacebar it. You can be done completely within an hour. And that's not what I call a massive expansion for the 10-year anniversary. Well, they tell us it's going to be a year-long of celebration. This is their biggest selling point. And it is underwhelming. And it might be my own personal fault about it. And do let me know what you think about it in the comments. Because it's just my own personal opinion about it. Like, I have seen people who love it. And that's absolutely that, but that's for me. Like, I love the game. I will continue playing it. I'm gonna get through the changes. I'm gonna try to get gear. I will wait, however, until they patch a few things, because no way I'm gonna do this end boss fight again. Like, it was so buggy. It was really so buggy. But yes, do let me know what you think. Do let me know in the comments. And yeah, I guess I will see you all in the next video.